All right, you guys, I'm back with another video. And so I'm pretty sure you guys have followed the journey so far with dealing with entities, spiritual baths, spiritual showers, sage, Palo Santo, all the different things that you can use to cleanse your energy field and your energy body and your energy space. This particular video, and we're gonna get right into this because I really want to express a lot in terms of what this video is about. So this video, we're going to be talking about strictly about protecting yourself. And so it's not going to go in the way that you're probably thinking that it's going to go in terms of how I'm going to express this particular topic. But before I do that, there was someone in the commentary who said that she was a hairdresser or something like that. I want to answer this question to this particular person as a concern. You said something about it's hard for you to accept clients because you get headaches and things like that because you pick up the energy or what have you. So it's preventing you from making more money. That's not good because we need to make sure you get your fucking bread, right? So I do struggle with this as well. When I'm around certain people and the energy is just not right, I get headaches immediately. I don't even have to talk to them for more than 5 minutes. I automatically get a headache from them. And so I have been being more mindful. And it's something that you can do as well is wear head wraps. Wear head wraps, but set an intention with the head wraps. I also put head wraps on altars, like my deity altar or my ancestral altar. Head wraps is something that will protect your crown. And so it's very important, especially for more women. I find more women are obviously way more receptive than men, but naturally intuitive women know like, yo, I got to protect my crown. And so to whoever had that concern in the commentary, try head wraps, set an intention, set some sacred chants, do some chants, do something that can sanctify that head wrap in a sense. And also what you can do is tell your clients that, you know, when they come into your space, you have to sage them, which is they shouldn't be alarmed by that because who doesn't like to take a sage bath? I mean, I like taking a sage bath. I like to get all the cleansing I can get. But just explain to them that, yeah, you know, this is my personal space. I like to keep the space pretty light, pretty cleansed, and just sage them before they sit in your chair and you start to work on them. That will help out tremendously too. And of course, sage your space as well. And so, let me see. I think that's it. But let me know if that helps. But also pay attention to this video because there's going to be some things I want to share in this video that could potentially help. So, let's get into it. So we're going to be talking about how to protect yourself, right? So let me give you guys a story. So if you guys remember, it was the first video I think I made. And I said something about how I gave somebody a hug and the entity that got attached to me was so fucking powerful. It changed my reality. It's story time. It's story time. I'm about to tell you guys about that story. And it's going to just make more sense towards the end of everything. So, you know, I'm going to try to keep it short as possible. But it was a friend of mine who I haven't seen in a very long time. I see this person. I give her a hug. I got something that got attached to me. And it was probably the most powerful fucking entity that I ever came across. Like, it was very powerful. As a side note, this particular person who I did hug suffered from very, 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 very deep trauma. And it was very recent. It wasn't something that happened like when she was a child. It happened like maybe a few years ago. And so when I saw her, I knew that she was going through something. And so I was like, oh, let me just give her a hug. You know, that's something, like I said, I'm not against hugs, but I have to be more mindful because how the energy is nowadays. And so yeah, so I, not thinking none of it. The next day, I had to go pick up my little niece from where she was at. She was at school or something. And so I'm riding down this particular street that never have police. Never. I'm driving down the street and then I see I don't matter of fact I don't see. I'm driving like 45 and a 35 or 50 and a 35 or something like that, which is natural because they don't have nobody on the street. There's a police officer who has a meter gun and he was hitting so well. I was like, damn, like I did not see him. He was like ducked off on some Call of Duty type shit, like with the meter. So he sees me, he pulls me over, and he asks me, why I'm speeding and this and that and the third. But I was like, this is crazy. I don't get experiences like this. So as a side note, when you start to become very aware of what you're constantly manifesting in your reality, you start to work on yourself a little bit more to remove these things that you do not want to see in your reality. So I don't have experiences with police. I don't have experience with like police threats or anything like that. And that's due to a lot of work that I've done to remove that subconscious program or remove that particular emotional disturbance out of my energy body or out of my entire being. And so this particular case, I just thought it was so weird that it was like literally like it was like a glitch in my world. It was like, this doesn't happen. Like, what is this? Why is this person in my world type vibe? And so I was like, whatever, boom. Later on that night, I had look, I had a very, 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 very terrible nightmare. It was crazy. It was one of those nightmares where I couldn't move. The nightmare was so intense, it happened in my room. So I have an altar in my room that's next to me. But this particular case, it was in my room. Whatever this energy was, it was in my room. I'm seeing the energy trying to take me into this other dimension, like literally. And what it felt like, it felt very fiery. It felt very deep, dark. It just felt like, oh shit, I'm not trying to go in there. Like that's what I had the impression of. Like I ain't trying to go over there. And it was trying to suck me into it. And I'm like, what the So normally, so this is what's interesting about my spirit. I'm cool as a cucumber. But when it comes down to my spirit don't play. You know what I'm saying? For those know, they know. My spirit don't play. So whatever that was trying to attack me in the dream or in this type of reality I was in, my spirit woke the fuck up and destroyed that shit right there on contact. I mean that, like dead ass. My spirit destroyed it right there on contact. And so after that, I was good. Ain't no more motherfuckers fucking with me. And so I say that to say, right, that you're gonna potentially, or you may have something like that that's really trying to get into your world and influence your world into a type of space that you just do not fucking like, and it's very uncomfortable. And so I say all that to say is that at this point, like, and let's go a little bit further into this. I'm dealing with an energy that is powerful as shit. I'm dealing with a spirit, whatever you want to call it, that is powerful as shit. So we talking about vibration, we talking about frequency, we talking about energy. That at this point, that's all we talking about. We talking about energy, vibration, and frequency. So whenever this particular entity that was trying to attack me had a very high vibration, had a very high frequency, and it had a very high energy. This is where you come into play. This is where the only protection that you need is yourself. This is where you stop fucking giving your attention to whatever the energy is, because your attention is amplifying it. Naturally, the energy already has a frequency that's already high enough. or it's vibrating at a high frequency, or just vibrating at a fucking frequency. It's already at a set frequency. But your personal vibration, your personal frequency is going to either counteract, counterbalance that, or completely get rid of that shit. It all depends on your inner work in which you have done for yourself. That's why you look at some of my I think it was the first video that I made about the spiritual baths, or whatever one I had made. I tell you guys, I don't have reactions to none of these things. Like, I don't be like, oh my God, what? I don't do none of that. Why? Why would I do that? That makes no sense. Whatever this energy is, it can't be more powerful than I am. The amount of work that I've done on myself is fucking insane. So whatever that comes near my aura field, it won't stay around too long. That's a fact. So the only spiritual protection you need is the work that you have done on yourself that will naturally speak your vibration or naturally defend you without you having to do anything. So this gets into what we like to call in the spiritual community, doing the work. A lot of the stuff that we're carrying, all these emotions, all this resentment, all this non-forgiveness, all this trauma-based emotion, childhood trauma, emotional trauma, heart trauma, whatever you can think of, all this is creating is a resonance. It is creating a vibration, and it will keep your vibration there. If you do not get over the hump, you will stay underneath the hump. That's why it's important to constantly do the inner work so you are naturally protected. I don't go around fearful thinking that something's going to attach to me. It's not even a thing, because I don't vibrate at a frequency like that. We talking about the law of correspondence. We talking about as above, so below, as within, so without. Whatever you got going on inside of you, it's going to show you a direct reflection what's going on outside of you. In this particular case with this person that I saw, and I gave her a hug, my first thought was like, damn, what's the odds of me seeing this person? Now, of course, me and this person was also having some type of dealing with each other, so it had something to do with also that. But on a day-to-day basis, I don't be seeing this person like that. I was shocked that I saw this person. That's how much I don't see this person. But I say that to say that even if you are vibrating at such a state of existence that, say, is so godly, you're still going to have people around here that are carrying energies that can be combative to your particular energy field. So we're not a monk in the Himalaya mountains. We're living in America. I'm living in New Orleans, and it's a thing where it's people who carry these energies and we just don't know. But at the end of the day, what we should know is where we at in terms of our internal vibration and our internal frequency. Because ultimately, that's all you fucking need. You don't need no goddamn candles. You don't need no sage. You don't need no Palo Santo. Keep the spiritual bath because you still need to cleanse yourself. But for the most part, all these tools, you don't really need it if you already vibrating high enough. So I want to place a lot of emphasis on that. Doing the work will protect you. It's that fucking simple. It's that simple. It's not rocket science. A lot of people are not doing the work, and so it reflects. It literally reflects based off of the things that you're constantly attracting in your reality, based off the things that you're constantly trying to get rid of. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know that you are a person who doesn't vibe in a certain space with certain people, why do you keep going? Why do you keep attending? Oh, is it because you haven't practiced saying no? Is it because you're a people pleaser? Is it because you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings? Is it because these are your friends and your family, that you feel like, oh, I have to be around these people because we have some type of association? That's your belief system. That's something that you embedded in your subconscious, and you keep replaying out, and you keep suffering due to that belief system or due to that belief. I don't roll like that. I don't give a fuck who you is. If I'm not vibing with you, I'm not vibing with you. Like, and it's not nothing personal. That's the first thing that people do. They take it personal. Oh man, who you think you is, big dog? I don't think I'm nobody. I'm going off of how I know my energy is. This is a form of protection. Me knowing my level of awareness, my level of discernment, me knowing that I can't move in these particular spaces because I know how my energy is. It's never personal. It's always dealing with me and what I got to do for myself. Because I got to go home and do a cleanse. I got to go home and do a spiritual bath. I got to go home and think to myself, God damn it, what I done got on me right now. So we talking about vibration, we talking about frequency, and we talking about energy. Whatever it is that you deem that you feel is attacking you or whatever, if you are constantly giving your attention, if you constantly giving your energy to it, you are amplifying it. You keep your attention neutral. You bring your level of awareness to it and you say, oh shit, I feel a little bit different. What's going on? And you just act accordingly. You ain't got to get deep. This shit is not deep. We put so much emphasis into it because how we came up through religion and all these different spiritual systems. Oh, I gotta do this. Oh, like they automatically create this fear factor inside of us. And I'm telling you not to have fear with something that, such as something attached to you or whatever. It is not deep. You put emphasis into thinking that it's deep and you put energy into it. I'm not reacting to none of, what? I'm not reacting to, me personally, is not reacting to anything that comes in my awareness in that space. I highly encourage you guys to not be to not react neither. Right? Like, be mindful of that. You know what I'm saying? I think I might just end it off with that. So you are your greatest protection. You are your greatest protection. If you reach out to somebody to help you with all this like energy cleansing, which is perfectly fine. I don't, do whatever, do as thou will, do what you got to do. Be mindful. The same thing that you could do for yourself, they're going to do for you. They're going to chant. They're going to have high intentions, and they're going to call on whatever their spiritual team is, however they connect with their spirit or their source or whatever it is that they do, they're going to do that for you. So my question is, why you can't do that for yourself? Why you can't set your own intentions? Why you can't chant? Why you can't pray? Why you can't call on your spiritual team? Call on whoever you feel to remove anything from you. Deities, ancestors, demons, fairies, what else we got? We got Necronomicon, right? We got certain deities in that pantheon. Like, why you can't do that? Because I guarantee when you do it, it's way more powerful. Now, the only way it may not be way too more powerful, because there are certain people out here who have a high ranking in the spiritual realm to where they get this move shit like this. And so I'll call them. I'll look, hey, I need you to remove something. I'll call them. Ain't no shame in my game. But what I'm saying is, where are you at in your personal vibration? Where are you vibing at? Where are you at in terms of your emotional healing and you removing things that you know is keeping you at a frequency? We know the things that are keeping us at a frequency, but we don't choose to deal with them because we don't want to go through the discomfort of the emotional disturbance that we feel inside of our bodies. So what you're telling me is you want to stay stagnant. What you're telling me is you can't get past this particular block. What you telling me is, Josh, I hear you. You saying some good shit, but I mean, it's just, I don't know. Like, I just, I've been trying. This is encouragement. This is encouragement. This is tapping in. We hear that. I've been hearing that word tap in for so goddamn long through all these spiritual communities and shit. I started questioning that shit. What the fuck do they mean when they say tap in? See, when you hear someone say that shit, you be like, tap in, family. That's what they say, right? The first thing you think to yourself is, right, I bet. You get the mental understanding. But where's the physical understanding? That means you have to apply something. When you tap, look, I'm tapping this. This is a tap. This is physical. I'm tapping something. So when someone says you got to tap in, don't take that as this ideology or different philosophy or a notion that you have embedded inside of your mind that makes you think like, yeah, bet that's what I'm going to do. And you go home and you don't do shit. Tapping in is you doing the fucking work. You actually putting some effort into feeling these things, these emotions, these sensations that are inside of you, and ridding yourself, purifying yourself. The more you purify your inner essence, the outside of you is also in a space where it is not this stagnation. It all goes on. It's all inside of here. This is not an outside job. This is an inside world. This is an inside reality that we're doing. It's not an outside job. The benefit is what you receive on the outside, but the inside is everything. I think I'm done. Let me know if this resonates for you guys. You know, I always like to say, leave me an emoji, make it hot. Let's keep it moving. And so, yeah, I'm going to just keep doing my thing. I'll be back for some more videos. And on that note, peace.